Taurus, welcome to my channel. My name is Ali from Indigo Ascension. This is your first time here. You can find out a little bit more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer at the links below to my Facebook and website address. If you haven't already, please do go and check out your June Practically Soulful reading for the month, which was recently posted up onto the channel, which will give you some insight into the energies at play and the ones that you're perhaps integrating when it comes to higher consciousness, higher knowing, and how that might pan out down here in the everyday realities we find ourselves in. Now, Taurus, I'm quite passionate, obviously, about the soul path. This channel is for empaths, intuitives, and sensitives, those that find themselves on the awakening journey. But I also respectfully acknowledge that a big part of that awakening process is the embodiment of high consciousness into our human experiences. And when we're working cosmically with retrogrades, okay, I mentioned quite a lot about them in your June reading and your May readings. Now, when we're working with them on subconscious levels, there's deeper stuff coming up. How that energy comes out to be experienced can look like conflict, sudden re-emergence of old pains, unhealed traumas. It can be, it could be conflict that has been repressed that now comes out in some other way. Or quite simply, we're walking our path, living our lives and going, why do I suddenly feel like, name your thing, okay? So as important as it is to focus on a greater understanding of the cosmic energies at play when it comes to planetary placements and perhaps the higher wisdoms that are coming through, it's also equally important to perhaps even look at the practical guidance of how that energy might be coming out. Okay, Ali, then why is my news feed on Facebook so, why am I fighting with my husband, or why am I experiencing this at work? So the style of this reading that I'm going to do, which I haven't done on the channel before, is a very practical look at the energy at play between you and another, whether that's, and name your thing. As I shuffle, as you connect into this reading, as I'll always tell any client, your intention for the reading is everything. So very much, we've had 6 weeks now of retrograde energy and a lot of mulling over, a lot of noticeable changes in our thoughts and feelings and our sudden awareness of ourself. We're having this conflicting energy this month with 5 planets in retrograde, where we're going to feel that push-pull theme of wanting to be here but still knowing that we're here, and that frustration of a gap in between the two. There's this distinct oppressive and freedom energy, and love versus hate, and how those energies are pretty much the same side of the same coin. I mean, on different sides of the same coin. So this is about you identifying how these themes might be playing out. So connecting in to what your intention is for this reading, whether it's to greater understand your conflict when it comes to your career path, your relationship challenges that you're going through at the moment, understanding your deeper beliefs about what this retrograde energy means for you. Like I said, please do go back and check your monthly Practically Soulful readings on the channel, because I am noticing with all of my readings, there is a continuation, Taurus. There is a theme. You guys are ascending and progressing through the wisdom of these energies that are coming through. I am noticing growth for sure. But this reading today is about putting you in a very practical touch with the energies that are at play, what binds you, and clarifying that further still, okay, with how that ties into the wisdoms that are coming through. And that may be linked to your Practically Soulful reading. Okay, let's take a look, Taurus. I'm going to pull 3 cards to represent your energy, what it means for you, and perhaps what area of life this might be in, okay? And then I'll look at the other energy, whether that's a person or that thing that you're working with or up against, all right? So it too will represent what that energy is, what it means for them, what they're needing at this time, what they're wanting at this time, and perhaps what area of life that might represent. And then we'll clarify it with some more tarot. Okay, Taurus. I definitely see there are fears here or a holding back. Now, despite wherever you find yourself on the side of the fence, okay, this might be your energy, this might be the other, okay? You will intuitively know what messages are right for you to take home from the reading, okay? I do see here there are fears at play, or at least an 8-year story where an apology is needed, or perhaps an apology is wanting to be expressed, or we're wanting an apology to be expressed. We're wanting a creative expression about what these fears, what these lessons are that have been, okay? These are fears that are imposed, okay? Dealing with the fears of another as sensitives, as empaths, you know? Sometimes we awaken to the fact that we were playing into someone else's fears by simply being the open-hearted, offering, giving person that we are. I feel that's relevant to say, but I do feel I'm connecting strongly into this Queen of Swords energy, okay? This Queen of Swords energy, there's a journey here that's being taken, you know. I feel this energy, whether it's yours or another, okay, or this experience has taught you how to be the beauty of being naive and open-hearted to the point that life betrays us, okay? There's something happened here that led us to live in a state of self-imposed fears. And now I'm not saying that was all created in our heads, Taurus. This is, you know, obviously time and time again of being shown that life, that we need to be afraid of life because there are intentions out there that aren't. Like, I do see a distinct story here of being youthful and open-hearted, and then finding yourself at a point where you're quite, you know, that the shadow and light of the Queen of Swords can be open or closed energy. She's quite open and accepting of other people, but she won't put up with their BS. You know, in the shadow element, she can be quite bitter. So I do feel a distinct need to mention there's been a journey here by someone, whether you or another, that has significantly transformed an individual from this energy of the Page of Cups into this energy. But when I see this here, there's a risk here of this fear overriding someone in many ways. And when fear overrides us, Taurus, it really does get in the way of experiencing true growth. I do really want to clarify that. You may be connecting into a water sign or an air sign, okay? So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And when it comes to the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I felt it was like an 8-year story. I don't know if a child is involved, or originally having a youthful and childlike approach to this thing, this connection, this person, this experience. And it perhaps was the school of hard knocks for you in many ways, and left you quite more, it doesn't have to be bitter. It doesn't have to be, it can, like, it's, maybe I'm talking to Tauruses that were like, wow, I was actually quite naive. Some people truly don't have the same intentions we do, or don't have the same pure hearts that we do. But it's taught me something valuable, and I'll take this wisdom with me. Like, you're sitting in your queen essence, by all means. There's an opportunity here for you in the first couple of weeks to truly work with the mind and the power of the mind, and knowing, more importantly, Taurus, the difference between, because they're both swords, okay? They're both elements and ruled by the element of air. They're both ruled by the thought body. There's a very big difference in feeling like this and how our thoughts can lead us to that feeling. Yeah, it's quite oppressive. Look at all that red. It can be so oppressive that it makes us angry, and anything that feels like home, which is safety, nurture, is so far away. Look at the castle in the distance. Like, I'm surrounded by swords, but to my own, I'm unable to see that I'm the one that can actually get myself out of there. She just has to free one hand, use one of those swords. She can actually step out if she wants. She thinks she's trapped. So we definitely know, you know, through the very practical experiences we go through in life, is that our thoughts can make us feel like that, Taurus, and keep us completely bound in fear and anxiety, or they can empower us, that we actually know how best to use the power of our mind, okay? Yeah, but it's important to always remain open-hearted, and there's a wisdom growth here too. Like, it's not like you've lost an essence of yourself. See how the Page of Cups has morphed into the Knight of Cups? It's a more mature energy. It's not the king or the queen, yes. This experience, and even if it's just your relationship with your thoughts and how empowering or disempowering they can be. This experience, this journey you've been on, I don't know if it's an 8-year story, this journey you've been on has really graduated your heart maturity too, your heart intelligence. You've become more emotionally intelligent and clearer, most certainly, on what you are committed to when it comes to knowing who and what is right for you, when it comes to opening your heart to trust, offering your heart. And offering your heart is more than just when we offer our heart in a relationship. It's offering our heart, an essence of ourselves, whether we're doing that in connection, whether we're doing that in our life, our career, our partnerships, whatever the case may be. This experience, for the Taurians I'm connecting into, this experience has, like I said, it's been a beautiful wisdom teacher if you've used it in the positive, okay? I do see here it wasn't easy, but not only have you matured mentally, but you've also matured emotionally. It has grown your head and your heart to a higher octave. Let's see what this other thing, other person, okay, might represent. I really want to clarify this because there's an offer here. If this is a connection, Taurus, you're very much getting, like, this is where you're at, okay? Or, like, just take what resonates, okay? I just saw a story looking at this. Someone had been quite forceful, rushful even, not thinking. Again, this is swords energy, wanting to hurry a process, wanting to hurry towards you, wanting to hurry towards something. After assessing what is tangible, well, this is where we're at, this is what we have together, this is what we can achieve together. This is how our relationship has always been. Like, I feel this rushed energy of someone that values what is there already or what has been, but wants to work on it and is actually offering this new investment when it comes to love, this wanting this new beginning. Because when I see all these cards together, I see that this Ace of Cups, the King of, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Okay, but I feel I'm very much connecting into Taurians that are assessing everything to the point that this experience fundamentally changed you. It fundamentally changed you. Even the last 8 years, Taurus, I keep hearing the last 8 years, it fundamentally changed you. And if anything does come rushing at you, a person, an opportunity, someone from the past, whatever the case may be, you will actually be quite grounded and engage your earth energy, because this is the only element that you are. There's been some refinement here when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your thoughts, to truly get you to a point of spiritual understanding about the value of being grounded in your element, about being grounded in looking at yourself, your views, your path, your purpose, the purpose of connections and experiences from a spiritual point of view, because the number 7 is a spiritual number. Someone or something here is an opportunity for new love. So yes, someone does want to rush towards you. Like when I see, I know you can't really see it the way I've positioned my camera. Let me try and show you. See how, let me have a look. Sorry, I don't never do this. But I need you to see how there's a page, the 8 of Swords, and then there's a Queen of Swords. And then look at this. The Knight. He's just like rushing towards her. He's wanting to rush towards her. So I feel quite strongly that, my dear Taurians, hopefully my setup doesn't just fall down now. God, get it together, Ali. Clearly, I'm not a production channel. I should just keep my little camera on its stand. Oh. But you see how he's facing her. Something is wanting to rush back to you after a time of assessment. This could be a person. This could be an opportunity from the past, a career. You might get news about an old job, an old financial opportunity that's wanting to rush back to you, come back into your life. And we are in retrograde season, folks. So expect the past to come back in whatever way, shape or form to offer a new beginning that actually emotionally satisfies you, but it is a genuine offer of a new beginning. This person wants a new beginning. So I am going to just work with the two energies here. But the thing is, Taurus, you have fundamentally changed. Now, does that mean you are no longer who you used to be? I do see there was a point at one time when you used to do this old job, when you first started this original relationship, whatever the case may be, you were I kept hearing naive, and I actually personally, Taurus, I hate the word naive because it's so disempowering. But we are in many ways as empaths with an open heart. We are naive to the harsh realities of life, and it's not until that we actually go through things and realize that some people truly don't have the same intentions, or they have an ability to be able to disregard compassion and empathy altogether in making ruthless choices that impact other people, that breaks our heart. It really gets us to a point where we completely shut down and may find ourselves living in a fear, anxiety, or whatever the case may be. Okay? I feel like, but you have grown, you have ascended from this energy. All right? You may have started out like this. Something happened in between here, obviously, that led to this. There was a time, and I don't feel like you're there anymore. I feel like you are here. So I'm going to say with a very strong possibility, you're likely to probably say no, but I do want to clarify. And for what it's worth, I feel this offer is genuine. Okay? But it is what it is. And June isn't necessarily the time to take action, Taurus. It's not necessarily the time to make decisions, especially when it comes to anything Mercurian. Anything we're communicating, contracts being signed, taking out loans. Oh, why am I doing that? I felt the need. There's an emotional loss here. There was that's the card that was the in-between. I don't know why I felt like I had to pull a card, because I was meant to be shuffling the clarifiers. There was an emotional loss here that you actually walked away from. Remember when I said something happened in between this and this? Well, this happened. A part of your heart was broken, not completely, but there was a loss, an emotional loss that so this thing that you walked away from, or that left your life, that is now coming back or wanting to come back, was something that you actually felt left by, or that you felt you had to emotionally walk away from, to get to this point where you are just in your head. And now that's not a bad thing to be. Sometimes it's necessary, because it is in our emotions that we are most powerful. Taurus, there you are at the bottom of the deck. I've already pre-shuffled off camera, but I'll always shuffle on camera anyway. There you are in your highest masculine element, where you are acting based on the essence of you. Remember when I said before, this 7 of coins was perhaps even representative of you experiencing your grounded self or element in a spiritual context. Now let's clarify. I really want to know what you're going to do. Wow. You're going to remain in your feminine divine essence. Wow, there's wisdoms that you've grown emotionally and mentally, okay? And it's now going to be made bloody obvious, because the Queen of Pentacles just showed up, and that's your feminine essence. That's you, okay? As a Taurus, you are the king, queen of, you are Pentacles, all right? This is you embracing your feminine element of your nature, okay? So this is about being intuitively grounded, intuitively knowing what is right for you, and that's the best approach. If anything does come back, it's about really connecting into a sense of practicality, even crunching numbers, even crunching evidence of what is actually being offered. It's all well and good for someone to rush in. Yeah, rush, that's romantic. And they're offering this brand new, beautiful beginning, but what does that actually look like? I've heard words before, emotions are beautiful, yes, but I want to see something tangible. I want to see action. I want to see genuine change, you know, and that's what I feel you're going to be best placed seeking or asking, or at least looking for. Connecting in with your mind at this time is the most empowering. There's, you know, the Five of Cups was clarified by the Five of Cups, and you went through the ringer where you were perhaps even tested on your intuition and knowing something was up, something wasn't quite right, but this also was a situation in which you developed your intuition. Okay, you might even be feeling you're not quite sure about how best to approach it. So the suggestion there is to release the loss of the pain, the releasing, like letting go of what was spilled. And I know as an outsider it's almost unrealistic to say just get over it, and it's not that. It's about acknowledging the emotional loss that has happened, but ultimately it has grown you mentally and emotionally. Okay, and the best approach to do this, the best way in which to do this, is to approach it from a logical standpoint, embrace that Queen of Swords energy, but then again seek practical evidence. Like I feel in many ways, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, when she is on her own, after a journey of amplifying emotional mastery and mind mastery, she's starting to focus on herself and what she can manifest for self too. Okay, that might be simply where you're at right now in this part of the journey, despite what is offered to you. There might be other women involved, Taurus. The Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, whether those character traits are all relevant to you, okay? Whether those people, as people, are relevant to you. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Coins, and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Yeah, this rush of energy can actually be because of strategic reasons. Underneath all this, someone is feeling judged. Apply it however it resonates. There's judgment. This is the return of the past. So someone from the past is definitely returning on some level. The past pain, past issues is coming back for judgment, okay? And it's coming and rushing, all right? This might be sudden phone calls, sudden emails. This might be a person suddenly showing up or into your realm again. This person brings with them strategic behavior. I felt the need earlier, right? Excuse me, now I'm not. I've got throat chakra stuff. I don't know if it's because you feel like you can't communicate clearly, or you know this person doesn't communicate clearly or truthfully. So apply it however it resonates, Taurus, okay? This rush of excitement, that's all well and great and all. Remember how I said earlier, as the Queen of Pentacles, remember how I said earlier, you're going to want to see something tangible. Like when I said, that's beautiful that you're offering this Ace of Cups, okay, but what does that actually look like on paper? What does it actually look like in changed behavior? Show me what that looks like. That's perhaps the best approach for you to take to this thing. I feel strongly it's a person, and I feel strongly you're going to be, you know, you're very much in your Queen of Swords energy, where you're just like, that's great, okay, thanks very much, see ya, or thanks very much, I'll hear you out, but I'm going to take a minute to just assess this because I want to see it from a practical level about what suits me. I've learned everything I needed to learn. I haven't decided yet what's practical for me. I feel like that energy from you strongly, Taurus. But make no mistake, this energy is rushing towards you. This person is rushing towards you, and there is deception here. I'm not saying this as a fear-mongering thing, but you will need to engage your intuition, as has been the case. You've strengthened it. You've had this time where you've spiritually had to strengthen it for a reason. And it was about seeing through the muck. And I'm not going to say muck, it's seeing through the debris of emotional loss, that you got to a point of clarity and strength. You've got Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Like, you can't get any more, God, Destiny's Child than that, you know? I was just thinking of empowered women. Someone's coming back, okay? Someone's coming back with an offer. There's going to be some strategic or selfish. This person might even represent to you selfishness as a characteristic trait, or deception as a characteristic. They might have been very deceptive to you. They might have been very narcissistic. They are rushing towards you. And so when I see this, I'm like, they're rushing towards you, but I'm going to say, I think there's something deeper going on behind their intentions that will be made apparent, okay? And that's the energy that we're in. We are being made aware. So maybe they have been deceiving themselves about not being truthful about what they truly wanted, because look at this. This is where it all gets a big drama installment, episode 3. What happens next, Taurus? There's this practical assessment, time away of really looking at what I've gained, what I have, what we build together, what I learned in my time with you, whatever the case may be. I'm now wanting the 10 of Cups with you. That time I said I wasn't committed. That time I said marriage wasn't my thing. That time I said I wasn't wanting to be a family person. Name your thing. This is a connection where you have experienced deception and perhaps even forceful energy, a forceful personality. Might even be an air sign. There's a lot of air here, okay? So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But this is deception, okay? Whether have we healed? Have I healed from this deception? Has someone suddenly revealed to me where they were being deceptive and they never truly explained how they felt, or why they behaved in closed down ways when they should have just been open-hearted? Because there's an offer of love here. Someone hiding their true fear. And deception doesn't always have to be evil stuff. It can be someone just being so afraid that they can't open their heart and they don't know how to explain that properly, okay? Apply it however it resonates. So use your intuition is what I want to say, because the moon has shown up. Use your intuition, be practical, be logical, okay? We are not in the times of flights of fancy, because Neptune is going retrograde later in the month, guys, which will be covered more in detail in the second half of the month for those readings. And Neptune is about really removing the foggy rose-colored glasses and illusion versus reality. So like I said, it's about tangible evidence of what you're actually offering me. A cup, an Ace of Cups is beautiful, but be tangible. After a sense or time of review, this practical assessment has shown me that I still want the 10 of Cups, or I want this marriage, I want my family back. Take that however it resonates, Taurus. There's an investment here. Someone has been weighing up whether to offer this cup. Someone has been weighing up how much to invest. Maybe this is where this deception card ties in. And this is where you have to use your intuition. Not sure what side of the fence you're on, but you will intuitively know. So trust your intuition. This is where you will need to trust your intuition. And once we're connected into intuition, we can then be very practical in our mind, because we're not flooded by fears. I see you've ascended out of that paradigm. You're no longer here. That's not you anymore, Taurus. Know and trust that you are here. That situation, that past taught you a lot. It got you to where you are today for a reason, where you're very practical in what it is that you want. You know, the Queen of Pentacles knows what she has, what she can offer. She knows who she is and what she brings to that bloody table when it comes to, when I offer my heart, it is also offered very practically. My mind aligns to what I give too, yeah? So, but I'm going to say use your intuition, because there's some form of trickery or something not quite being said, but and someone's going to have to make a choice, okay? Someone's going to be made to ask. Someone's going to ask, and someone's going to be expected to make a choice. And so perhaps this energy either represents the other party weighing up whether to offer this cup, because this is what they truly want after a time of assessment and thinking about what's most important and valuable to them. But I feel it might be a strategy, okay? It might, you know, take that however it resonates. I need a place to live. I feel better when I'm around you, because, you know, this kind of woman in my life, she will just get shit done, and, you know, she's got the brains to go with it, and she knows her boundaries. I can learn a lot from this individual. She inspires me, but I'm not saying that they don't love you, okay? But I've sensed from your energy that I sense from your energy that you are going to be a lot more practical about your choices, and it's not necessarily about the rainbows and unicorns of love, is what I want to say, okay? What binds you? Let's just use these cards. The Queen of Swords. You're going to be respected, the Nine of Wands. You're going to be respected for this no BS approach. Putting boundaries down has been essential. There's definitely an apology. The Page of Cups has shown up again. So too have the Nine of Wands. Using your intuition is essential. Wow, it's taking someone a lot of courage, okay? There's that Knight of Cups again, Knight of Cups. It's taking someone a lot of courage to want to offer this, because they've been holding back. They've been this side here, this strategy, this wanting to rush back towards you, this assessing how far this has gone, this relationship has gone, what it's achieved in its time. What I now want, I want my Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups has been clarified again, but it's going to take someone courage to achieve this, whether that's you, whether that's the other, because someone here has been holding back. This Queen of Swords energy actually goes really well with the High Priestess, because it's this holding back. And I'm not putting up with bullshit. I've seen it all before, but intuitively feel into it, Taurus, is what I want to say. Okay, look at her. You can't mess with her when she's got those two energies combined in her. The past is at play. The Judgment card. You will get clarity, okay? But I'm feeling not towards until the end of the month. So as a suggestion from this reading to wrap it up, don't make decisions that are concrete, that will fundamentally shift your foundations and change your life, perhaps until early July. But there's promise here, and perhaps it's in tiny steps and seeing where behavior has truly changed. Circumstances have truly reflected changed behavior. Whatever the case may be, keep feeling in. Don't feel rushed that you have to make a decision straight away. You will know, okay? And I feel in many ways, you know, the next air sign season is important. So that's in Libra, August, September. That's relevant. Alrighty, because we're currently in Gemini season, guys. That's an air sign. Yeah, this time is relevant. Your call. The Judgment card is here. Okay, there will be clarity, but there's definitely an offer here for you, Taurus. And the past is likely to come back in some way or another. Okay, my dear. Let me know how you go, actually. Give me some feedback in the comments. I feel like there's a next installment here, or that you're waiting for me to say something else. There's Ten of Cups it's a family, okay? Whether a family was created or there's potential here for a family, a marriage, a new beginning. I do see that, but I do see more strongly that who you have grown into because of this journey you've been on is the most important, and it's about engaging that new version of you. It's a combination of intuition, practical application, logic, not putting up with BS, and not being so open-hearted and naive. And I get it, as we mature, as we grow, we are less likely to be like that, and life teaches us the hard knocks, yeah? But you are balanced and stronger because of that, okay? And you do get to come to a logical point where you get to decide who resonates to you now. This version of you hasn't existed before. The version you used to be perhaps aligned to a people and a time that was different. But as is true with the river, you know, we cannot enter the same river twice. So that's where you're at. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Taurus. See you next time.